Hey, welcome back to Ever Crisis. This is alchalant. Just wanted to record a little off-the-cuff video here. Got some notes to go off of. Just explaining a little bit of who I am, where I came from, what I do, what I plan to do with this YouTube channel in the future. Just I've had it for years with some Final Fantasy 14 content, and have just recently started putting some more effort into it with Ever Crisis, which has evolved into pretty much my main video game ever since I finished Rebirth a couple years ago. But basically, I'm an Ever Crisis whale. Uh, that's a pretty well-known fact. Not trying to hide that I'm a whale or anything. I lean into it pretty big. Um, for the past year, I've been consistently top 10 on these rankings or so. Um, my guild has grown from top 50 on Guild Battle 1 to rank 17 on the previous one against Hell House. But yeah, I feel that I've got a unique voice in regards to this game, and that I have a lot to offer in regards to like game advice and tips for players of all kinds. So most of my content is through the lens of a whale. How does a whale pull on banners in regards to like crystals and premium tickets, and how many weapon parts I have left, and what I'm saving them for. And what do I notice as a whale first about the new weapons and costumes? Uh, I'm very uh, competitive content focused, so I tend to look at the new banners through the lens of what are the upcoming events? What will these new weapons help us with? What will they be used for? And if they'll be useful, like in the next solo rank or guild battle or crash. I am focused much more on utility than aesthetics. I don't really care what the costume looks like, as long as it fits its purpose in regards to game content. I also play exclusively on mobile, at least up until this point. So I have a unique insight into dealing with mobile lag, actions per minute using your fingers, tips for high performance even on the mobile version of the game. As I play exclusively on mobile, I don't have a camera set up for my videos and record all voiceovers live while I play using my AirPods. So apologies for some of the occasional audio issues caused by AirPods. It is a budget setup. It's worked out pretty well so far, though. And I am looking in the future to maybe set up my boot camp MacBook with like a picture-in-picture just for like banner pulls and notification reviews and stuff every Wednesday night. I'm probably going to look into doing that within the next couple weeks or so. But yeah, the name's alchalant. So what does that mean? Well, there's a word called nonchalant, which is strange because non is usually a prefix to a word that means not, but chalant itself isn't a word. So what is nonchalant? And this is a question that when I was a teenager and I had a punk rock band that we kind of obsessed over and named our punk rock band Nonchalant. And if you see here, um, since I was like the guitar player and singer of the band, people started calling me Alchalant because my name's Alex. So Alex Nonchalant eventually became Alchalant. Um, So I did the dreaded thing and Googled myself, as you can see here. So you see here on Twitter, got a picture of me posing with Hodor from Game of Thrones. Used to like going to the Comic Cons before COVID. Then it's a bunch of my old band's videos and music websites, and oh, there's a Ever Crisis video. There's somebody trying to sell one of my band's CDs on eBay. Good luck to them. Yeah. So alchalant was a band. Nonchalant became alchalant when a couple of the members quit. I carried on using the stage name that people started calling me. Um, and I began using that as my gamer tag. So when Final Fantasy 11 Online came out, I needed to have a username, so it was alchalant. Final Fantasy 14 came out, needed a username, so alchalant. And that's just kind of where that comes from. Um, Go to images. Oh, there's the back cover of the CD. There's me with Hodor again. There's the front cover of the CD. That's kind of funny because the front cover of the CD is two kangaroos humping. I took that picture live at the Detroit Zoo, and then had a app turn it into like a cartoon, so it was like less offensive. But yeah, those are two male kangaroos making love on the front cover of my CD. And if you want it, it's out there. Somebody's trying to sell it on eBay right now. It's also on like Apple Music and Spotify and all those things, but I wouldn't listen to it. And when I was doing research before I started this video, I saw this over here on the left. What is a chalant? And that is the same question we had years ago. And it seemed to have come up in like Gen Z culture, and it's becoming a slang word, even though it's not an actual word. What's the image results with like without what is? Yeah, there's some more. Me with Hodor. He was a nice guy. Yep. So some of the Ever Crisis stuff is popping up here now. It's surprising. But yeah, El Chalant, gamer tag, use it in Final Fantasy. I am pretty obsessed with Final Fantasy. I always have been. Um, I played Rebirth for like 600 hours before putting it down, just because I was so obsessed with the combat system. I would practice solo characters in the VR missions, like a full might Odin run on just Cloud, because you could select between a full party or just one character, you know. So I'd practice beating all the summons just with one character, which was quite fun. But I couldn't quite do like the top challenge, like Rulers of the Outer Worlds, which is like all the duo summons, and then Gilgamesh and Sephiroth. Like I couldn't do that solo. That's where like my skill peaked, and I couldn't do like the Sephiroth and Zack duo challenges just with the guest character. I couldn't pull that off either. So around that time, 600 hours into Rebirth, around like May, after it released in like February of what it was it 2023, I think. Yeah, yeah, around May, I had like a hole in my heart that where all the content creators had pretty much stopped making Rebirth videos talking about the ending in the theories and everything, and I just needed more Final Fantasy. So that's when I started playing Ever Crisis, and it was a long road to getting to where I am now. I started shortly before Monster Hunter, and have been building my account since then. Um, Pretty much, I'm still working on a couple of these Final Fantasy 9 crossover weapons. Uh, Quina Megaphone to OB10 is like my white whale. That's like what I'm shooting for. And some of the guild weapons, since we're not a top 10 guild, we don't get as many guild tokens every month. So I have them all at least OB8, and I'm getting one of them to one or two of them to OB10 every month or so. Yeah, that's it about me, my account. You know, yeah, I just want to try to help the community out. I'm into this game a lot. I still really enjoy it a whole bunch, and I want to try to help any new players. Even as a whale, I think I still have a lot to offer in regards to tips and fight design and stuff and strategy, and it can be applied at any power level. You know, like recently I just did the new Stilva crash by reducing clouds. I use a cloud, a AC cloud, because I figured almost everybody probably pulled on him for the anniversary, and took off all the materia and subs to bring his power way down, and just showed how the fight would go at a very much less power than my account actually is. So I plan on doing some stuff like that in the future, especially for like the escalation challenges, where like, let's see, escalation challenge, like many of the rewards are locked behind like level 25 escalation challenge, where you're still getting memories for the enemy skill, you're still getting the refined mithril, still getting crystals and these escalation metals. Just up from 26 to 30 is kind of rough usually, but those are just materia mats. But up through level 25 you're getting some good rewards. So I want to try to show an alternate build on those each time that these escalations come out. What else do I have to talk about? Yeah, I started around Monster Hunter. Tried to catch up right away when Vincent first came out in July. It was right when guilds were released, and Vincent was my first OB10 weapon. Where's that bad boy? White Dog. And did pretty well for the first guild battle. Not great, because even though I had an OB10 White Dog, I didn't have the rest of my kit for like sub weapons and stuff and materia and everything. So I was still quite new, and didn't come into the level of power that I have now until like well after like the first anniversary. And that's one of my best memories of this game, is the first anniversary when we went and had Brutal 30, the fight against Ifri and Bahamut. That fight was so satisfying to kill. My Cloud's Ice Sword, I only had it at like OB7, OB6 at the time. I mostly just ship damaged them to death using the Great Sword with the fixed damage, because it attacked them both. And the Ice Sword I pretty much just used during Ifri's gauge phase. And if I put poison on Ifri, it would kill him too fast, and it messed me up just because my account wasn't strong enough at that point. So it just took a lot of patience of practicing that fight over and over and over again. I think for like 3 weeks, like no joke, until I finally got it. Another one of my favorite memories is at the 1.5 year anniversary when these Tifa gloves came out. Where are they at? We haven't used them in a while. Yep, Gauntlets of the Worthy was the key to defeating Odin Escalation 30, which is like one of the most fantastically tuned fights this game ever had. It was like a strict rotation for killing him with his gauge. You couldn't deplete his gauge or he would enrage. You had to consistently deal damage throughout the fight until the moment it was time to burst, and just flawless execution was required, and it was so satisfying to beat that fight. That one took me like 10 days of practice, I think, too.
Oh,
One of my other favorite fights was the Stilva, the first one. This new one's quite a pushover. But at least we did get Kate Sith weapon parts for it. I'm also looking forward to Mass Immune coming back, because we'll get Kate Sith weapon parts for that also. since Kate Sith never gets banners anymore, I never get weapon parts. Quinna Megaphone's never gonna get finished. So always welcome to Kate Sith weapon parts. But the Stilva the first time, oops, I pressed a screenshot on accident. Oopsie. Um, that threw me off. Yeah, it was right after Sid got released, and Sid has his stop limit break, and it was the gimmick for the fight was to use stop to stop the sigil phase, so you had longer to break the sigils. Press stop when he reduces your lightning and fire resistance, so the debuff has time to wear off. And then back then I think I first cleared it with Daffodil and Holy Flame Gloves Tifa, with Kimura and Bahamut Rod on Aerith, and then Sid with his Rocket Lance and Scimitar. But then re-cleared it later and killed him a bit quicker with Yuffie. She worked out pretty nicely too with Conformer. Yeah, that fight was a whole bunch of fun. I'm just kind of disappointed at how easy the new one is, considering all the magic ice stuff that we just got. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making some more videos about game mechanics. I'm probably gonna record another one tonight about brand stones, since we have the guild battle coming up. There's a few weapons I want to brand. I could show how I go about it. Um, some of the water sub weapons that I'm pretty sure are gonna be used in my build. Like Slay the Day and Tempest are pretty good for sub weapons for that. Feather Gloves, which has magic brands on it right now, when it's going to be a physical event. Then it's a shame I had this great brand on Tifa's Premium Heart. It's like what, almost 120 M attack, and the new event is going to be physical, and it's probably going to be her with her shining gloves, the physical water, and Sephiroth with his new Final Fantasy 13 weapon. So I have to rebrand the ultimate. That's one of my biggest pet peeves of this game, is rebranding ultimates every time there's a new event. But that's about all I wanted to cover for the game. I just wanted to say hi really quick. So let's do something kind of weird. Turn that around. Oh, there I am. Hey guys, it's alchalant. Welcome back to Ever Crisis. But yeah, this is me. Um, this is my room behind me. I could turn it back around so you could see things around here. But yeah, this is me. You may see my face in the future if I do get that MacBook with Boot Camp working, so I could do like a picture in picture. I'll just give you a tour of my room a little bit. Yeah, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. Got all my collector's edition stuff up there. Got my statues for Final Fantasy 14. Got a Batman figure that was signed by Val Kilmer before he passed away. That's a Darth Maul that's signed by Ray Park too. Um, Torgal. I've been getting into the Final Fantasy magic just a little bit. Final Fantasy 14 had a big collaboration with Puma, so I got all those pairs of shoes. You got my buddy up here. Hey, friend. You sleeping already? Oh, he's sleepy. You gonna yawn for everybody? No. Oh, lazy boy. That's Iggy. Yeah, he's my buddy. He's sleeping. That's his spot up there. Yeah, these are my guitars. I like those are Blink 182 customs. The one on the left is a Epiphone, like the one that Tom used on the 2003 Untitled record. Middle one is Mark's pink bass, Jaguar Fender. Then the one on the right is Tom's Starcaster, that just came out last year, which I did the stickers just like he does on his, and put the Blink 182 logos on the inlays. Got my Final Fantasy jackets back there. There's my other Blink 182 Fender. And there's a big bunch of mess over here. Ignore the cigarette packs. I have to scan the codes on those for coupons before the end of the month. This is my Fender American. That's the Xbox TV, which I usually just use for like streaming. Then over here is my OLED with my PS5. That's my Final Fantasy 14 character. I'm a Lalafell. My work from home workstation, and my Secret Labs Game of Thrones chair that I sit in all the time. But yeah, that's a tour and a look into uh me, what I do, how I operate my room and everything, what I'm into. And I hope you enjoy it. Hope that gives you guys a little bit of insight into me. Uh and I hope you guys keep watching, keep listening. Uh Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening this long if you're still here. And I'll see you next time. Probably have a video on brands coming out very soon, probably by tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.